Just for the record, today has not been my idea of fun at all. Hey guys, this is Jace and welcome to episode 78 of my road show. Now this is going to be a long one, so go get you something to drink and something to snack on. Pause the video, come back, and I'll still be here. So we left relatively light, but excruciatingly late. It was just, I was waiting on orders and I didn't get to leave the yard until like 10:30. It was so stupid that, I mean, these people should know better than to just wait on orders until like 4 hours before they're supposed to go out the door. You know what I'm saying? It's like, holy crap, what's wrong with you people? So I'm going through my folders and I find out that I don't have any junction. So I'm like, okay, well, it's gonna be Glenwood Springs tonight. So I go out in the truck and I start making phone calls. First, I call Best Western down in Clifton and I tell them, hey man, I don't have anything for you guys, so I'm gonna be up in Glenwood Springs. And okay, yeah, we'll see you next week. So I call my normal place up here in Glenwood Springs and the answering machine is on. So I leave a message, hey y'all, it's me, I need a room tonight. I'll see you about 6 o'clock. If there's any problems, give me a call. I'm locating my stuff and I get it all dragged out and I'm still waiting on those 2 orders, so I can't do anything because one of them's for the bottom of the truck. I'm like, dude. So a little bit later, I get a phone call from the place I called and she's like, well, I hate to tell you, but 2 weeks ago, we got sold to a new owner. And the new owner is in the process of doing construction to rehab the entire property for long-term housing. So we are actually not taking nightlies anymore. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, I've known the owner for like almost 10 years and he just sold the place. And she's like, yeah, she's just sold the place. And the new owners are, they're making all of the whole motel into apartments. And I'm like, Lisa, what am I gonna do? I mean, there's other motels here, but I mean, I have this relationship. And you guys know how I am about loyalty and like, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's just, it was kind of bad news. I tell her, hey man, you know, I'll see you around. I mean, I hang out in Glenwood Springs enough to where, you know, I'll see her around, but the rest of the staff kind of gone. Like one of the girls that I normally deal with, like she moved to Denver, and the guy I used to deal with moved to freaking Rifle, and I'm like, oh, this is weird, man. I was like, oh my God, dude, this is like f***ing up my day. So I start calling around. My first choice was the Best Western here in town. So I call up and I say, hey man, my name is Jace Herman. Here is my Best Western Diamond Rewards card number. I need to make arrangements with you guys to have a room reserved every Thursday night, so that way I don't get blocked out during the summer. And the woman on the other end of the phone, who didn't give me her name, by the way, told me flat out, we don't do that. You have to make a reservation every week, just like everyone else. And I'm like, you know, I've been, you know, a rewards member for like 9 years, and I've never had this issue with any other motel but yours. She's like, I don't know what to tell you, sir. We don't do that. You have to make a reservation just like everyone else. And she was a bitch about it. And so here's the thing, man. Like, I am half tempted to get a hold of corporate and say, hey man, my name is Jace Herman. I've got 500,000 rewards points with you guys. I've been doing this crap for almost 10 years, and there's this woman in Glenwood Springs that I want you to take care of for me. Now look, my name is Jace Herman. It's not Karen Killweather, okay? I'm not gonna do that. However, I'm gonna name that motel by name for you now. It is Best Western Antlers in Glenwood Springs. So if you ever have the chance to come to Glenwood Springs, if you love me, don't go there because they don't love me. Fair's fair, right? So my old manager sent me over to this new place, and we're in the process of auditioning new places, and you know how I hate doing that, but it's what I gotta do. My favorite place is closed, so, and my alternate is a bitch. What do you do? So, okay, I'm done ranting about motels for the time being, because I'm in a weird place. I'm in a weird place. So I start my route. I reserved this room before I left Denver, and I get my stuff loaded, and I'm leaving. It's super freaking late, and I get to my first stop. Now my first stop is one of my huge time vampires. You guys know how I hate the time vampires. So the order that I had for Granby was about this big around and 16 feet long. So I'm like, oh yeah, this'll be total easy, man. I'll just pull up in their yard, I pull it off, I throw it at somebody, get a signature, and bam, I'm gone, right? If you've been watching my videos for the past 3 or 4 weeks, you've known that I've been bitching about my first stop in Granby for a month. Every time I go over there, there's a dude with a truck in the yard. There's 2 on the side of the building, so that's 3. And then there's usually a guy waiting in the street, so that's 4. Today, I get out there, there's a dude in the yard, there's 2 next to the building, there's 1 in the street on this direction, 1 in the street going this way. And I'm like, okay, I cannot be number 6 on this list of getting shit unloaded when it's only this big around and 16 feet long. So you know what I did? I parked across the street, and I took that stuff off my truck, and I had it over my shoulder, and I'm looking across, and I'm waiting for traffic. I go across the street, I lay it down in the parking lot, and I grab one of the sales guys from inside. And I said, look man, you've got way too much circus going on in here. I want you to come out and look at this order and then sign this paper so I can get the hell out of here. And he totally did it. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So by the time I was wheels up and headed for Steamboat, the first guy in the yard still hadn't gotten unloaded yet. So it was still 5 deep when I left. That would have taken like 2.5, 3.5 hours for me to just sit there and be like, and I don't understand why it's getting worse. It's never been like this before. What the hell? So yeah, it's the end of September and the leaves are changing and it's really pretty and stuff like that, and it's getting kind of rainy and it snows on the high peaks and all this other stuff, but I want us to get buried. And the reason why is because, well, wait, there's 2 reasons. One of which is I want to go skiing. Second of which, when it starts dumping, all this construction is going to wrap up, and then I don't have to deal with orange cones and dipshits with stop signs on sticks. I'm just over it, man. I'm just so over it. It's like everywhere I go, they've got a lane closed so they can park equipment, and somebody's got a shovel, and I'm done, man. I want it to dump so that way all of these assholes have to run home to their mamas because they can't work on the roads anymore. So despite my best efforts, I missed rifle because of this rampant road construction on Colorado 13. And now, because I had already reserved the motel room in Glenwood Springs, I gotta get up in the morning and go the hell back there to offload and then come back down here to offload. It's like, it's been a day, guys. It's been a day. So today's stops were Granby. I had 3 in Steamboat, and like I said, I missed the one in Rifle, so that's gonna be a tomorrow thing. So tomorrow's stops are backtrack to Rifle, come back down here. I have 2 here in town, 1 in Basalt, 1 in Eagle, 1 in Edwards, a pickup in Breckenridge, and then I can go home. So it's gonna be kind of a long day tomorrow. I'm not liking it, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. I'll see you in the next video.